opportunity to work in this amazing department, the Sickle Cell and Thalassemia Center at City Hospital, where I am still a nurse, and I cared for sickle cell and thalassemia patients. And I was so ashamed of myself when I started working there. I know sickle cell as one of those diseases, just as Marie described it, and I just grew up because I was fortunate not to be affected by any member of my family to learn about it. I won't talk long, sorry. And when I came to see how dilapidating this condition is, I felt so ashamed that I'm coming from this country like Marie, and I didn't know nothing about it. I just know sickle cell, yeah, they last for 21 to 20 years and they die, or 22 and they die. And it made me feel so ashamed. And anyway, I took upon myself to learn about it, gain the clinical skills, and was able to give my patients the care and all the need that they have. And Marie could testify, I'm not saying that I'm the best nurse, but I love my patients. I treat them with all the care and kindness that I can. Well, I thought it's not enough. And when I go to A&E, I meet a sickle cell mom with a son, and I ask, Mom, what time did you come here? And she will say, we came 2 o'clock in the morning. And I could imagine that crisis started at 9 o'clock before they made a decision to call the ambulance at 12 o'clock at night, coming to A&E at 2 a.m. I was in my room, in my bed, sleeping. My son was next door sleeping. I thought, this is not fair. This is really unfair. And we take things for granted. It's not fair. And I thought, what else can I do? I decided to be a blood donor. I became a blood donor in 2016. And I went in and gave my blood, everything. My first blood was taken, and they sent me all the information. And I came to realize that I was RO donor, well, as Marie was explaining. Very important blood that our sickle cell, especially our sickle cell patients need. You know, and I can tell you most of us here are RO. It's not that other bloods are not important, but as Dr. Asa was saying, we are more of a close match to those of our sickle cell patients because we all have the African heritage and the Caribbean heritage where it's more or less for them to be searching for the compatibility. So from there, it built up my motivation. And I was so proud. And I get so much pride and humbleness when I received that text message 2 weeks after to tell me that your blood has been donated to Lewisham Hospital, or your blood has been donated to Thomas and St. Giles. And I know, wow, that is one of my heroes. That's one of my warriors that has gone to treat. You know, and I believe we can do it. Well, the difficulty is that, anyway, not to go there. At the moment, I am proud. When Marie told me about today, I said, Marie, I'll bring my certificate. And I got my certificate that was sent to me, being the 10th time donation. I had this 2 years ago. So I will proudly show my certificate, Marie, to say that we can all do it. Yeah. So I got this certificate 2 years ago, showing my 10th donation of blood. And the difficulties that I experience when you're giving blood is it's not just walking into the hospital and giving blood. There is this form that they've shared there. If you scan it, there are many of the centers around Birmingham, around Warsaw, where you can go and register and give your blood. And you want your patients to have a healthy blood, which means that you have to have a very good balanced diet. You have to be well hydrated so that you don't go there and maybe they don't find your vein. Just as I tell my patients, you have to eat well, you have to drink well. You too have to do that as well so that they can be able to access a good vein and be able to have the blood, the quantity of blood that they need. Challenges that I've been having is trying to sensitize my own people around. For the first time, I tried to go to a local meeting and tell them that, look, this is what we're having. They are our own people. They need our blood, please. And I could hear one of the friends said, if they come to my doorstep, I will give them. I didn't blame them. I said, that is ignorance. I used to think like you. But if you give me the opportunity to take you to hospital, sickle cell department, you see them, maybe it will move you. You are lucky not to have a family member who has sickle cell. You can easily say that. Well, I pray that we sitting here today, maybe we can have 4 or 5 of us today who will register to give blood. The second challenge that I have, which I think His Royal Highness can listen to this and help, is the barrier, the limitations that are there. I explained this to Marie. Coming from the African background means I have to go to Cameroon and visit back the family just like other people. When I come back, I will be deferred for 3 or 4 months not to give blood. And because I'm carrying maybe some kind of those type of African diseases, malaria, HIV, you name it. Well, I just thought, assume that I go to Cameroon twice a year, it means I've been deferred for 8 months not to give blood. So I got just 4 months left, and I'll give blood for 1 month, then I need 3 months again to recover myself before I go again the next time. So I'm just pleading, if you can sit in your maybe committee and explain. I think the research can find a way that can make it easier for us to maybe they try to review some of those regulations and see how because if they say that my RO blood is very important, as an RO donor I'm very important to the sickle cell, they have to make it easy for me as well. And someone who is not patient, like me, may give up and say, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing that. And even the form filling it, you will see that form, tropical diseases and things. I don't know. This is my personal opinion, but I think it can be put on the table and discuss. And Marie, thank you very much. Thank you for listening.